Hey Lumineers, today we asked the question, at $63, is Into the Inklands booster boxes really worth it? Let's rip it. Welcome back to the Lorcana Afternoon channel, and we are opening this box of Into the Inklands today. So right off the rip, what we are looking for, obviously an enchanted, right? These boxes currently on TCG Player going for $63.12 as of today. And we're looking to see, hey, is it worth it? Are you getting the bang for your buck? Seeing as there's such a great value. And to do that, we are going to look at the last three, as well as we'll do a brief glance through our regular cards to see exactly what the value is. And we're going to calculate it up somewhere in here to be able to keep tally. Let's go. So we put our rares right to the side, and then we'll get into them. We'll do a brief shuffle. And see if there's any cards, first of all, that, like this, the Dalmatian puppy, that one there goes for approximately 50 cents. We'll put it in here. That there's adding to our total. And then we'll look at our rares. We got Peter Pan, Scrooge McDuck, super rare, and a foil Dewey. So we have our gateways, throwaway, 3, so those are all base value. So when we're looking at the cards, base value, they're about 5 or 6 cents each if you were to buy them in bulk through TCG Player. So our first rare, Peter Pan, the Boss is on a Roll, and a foil Mr. Snoops. Nope. Sheriff of Nottingham. Piglet. Okay, so that's our first decent score. Piglet, we'll put the price over here, but I know Piggy, getting piggy with it, does pretty well. And then a foil Robin Hood. Friar Tuck, missed in there. We have Treasure Guardian, Pyros, and a foil Madame Odie. Now, 99 Puppies I'm a little unsure of. And Neverland, I feel like, is currently going for a little bit more than normal in the meta. Now we have Ursula. Along Came Zeus, so this one here actually is one of the top cards currently in this set. Then a foil Cloud Kicker, another decent meta staple. So we'll put this off to the side as well. Grandma Tala. This one's decent meta, but I don't think it's worth a lot. We'll still put it off to the side. Patch is worth a little bit. Cloud Kicker, we'll look at that. All right, let's dig in. Maui's Fish Hook. That one's not bad. All right, so we've got a Robin Hood. I know this one's $20+ currently in the meta. An awesome pull. Very nice pull. And backing up with a Forbidden Mountain. Shout out to the team Forbidden Mountain. All right, so Baboon, Peter Pan, bestow a gift, some buds, well, not a whole lot, and into the good stuff, the goods, if you will. We have a Robin Hood, kick us off, Friend Like Me, and a foil John Silver. So right off the rip, we got the boss. Not too, all right. Mr. Smee. Mr. Smee is, I know, over $1. And that, about it there. So we'll go into the goods. We have Moana. Lucky Dime, all right. So Lucky Dime, because of the amount of overprinting of this set, Lucky Dime has dropped a whole lot in value. Last time I looked at it, it was somewhere between $2 and $5. We'll post up here exactly where it's sitting at today. Still, very nice rip. And then a foil Rufus. So one thing I want to call out is that part of the reason that the prices on these are so low, like you had a card like Piglet that was really awesome. I believe that Piglet was found in the starter decks that drove down the price. And then the massive amount of overprinting truly saturated the market a lot. McDuck Manor, we'll look at that. And that's about it out of that one. So, again, meta changes. So, you know, year or so, we may be looking at this video and being like, oh, wow, there's some real gems in there. But, all right, we have Rafiki. The Genie, not the wish-fulfilled Genie that one time was $20. And Billy Bones. So, wrong set, but still a beautiful card, Amethyst and Genie. Oh, right off the rip, we're into a couple of things. So Jafar, I'm not too sure if Jafar is worth anything right now. We'll take a look at that because Return of Jafar is getting ready to launch. But nonetheless, let's get into our rare allotment. And we have Stitch. Helga Sinclair, and a foil legendary Grandma Tala. So that's a decent hit. I don't think that it's particularly expensive, but still a really nice. Anytime you're getting the legendary foils, they're very nice to have for anyone's collection. All right. Louis, Minnie Mouse, Moana, Diablo, and a decent card. But again, all of these, we'll just basically compile them, say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Your 9 cards, they're all basically right around 5 to 10 cents each. So we'll average that out. All right, into the good stuff. We have Bernard, Hades, and a foil Nala. So while we're over halfway, I would say that we're sitting over 30. I'm not exactly sure how much over 30, but we're definitely over 30. So not bad. All right, Chernobog's Followers. That there is a good card. It's over $1. And then I think that's about it. The rest are basically commons. Okay, and Sorcerer's Hat, not a bad one. That's a little bit of change. Gyro Gear Loose, and a foil Dive Bomb. All right, we got Rufus, Mickey Mouse, the Boss, Zazu, Orville, Prince John, sucking his thumb like a fool, Tailspin, and then Genie. Not a bad one. The Prince John, whenever this character quests, each opponent with more lore than you loses 2 lore. So not a terrible card, not very expensive either. We'll throw it in there, just because it does pop in the meta. All right, we have Lucky. Lucky's worth some change up. Gave it away. Medusa. Medusa's decent. And then an Error foil. So we have 10, 11 packs left. All right. McDuck Manor, we'll throw it back to the side. Mini Agrabah, Don Carnage, Diablo, it's not bad. Another Chernobog's Followers, that's a good one. And then Trigger. So, essentially, if you don't know much about Lorcana, the meta really defines the value. You got Bell's House, not the most expensive. There was, I believe, an Enchanted out for this. You can get the Enchanted for $25. Yep, gave it away. John Silver, and then a foil Maui Whale, not bad. So in the meta, it really is all about the playability, and that really deciphers the value. So while the playability is high, your value is really good. Boom, not an expensive card, but gets used quite a bit. Magic Carpet, Raleigh, hell, he's a puppy, so we'll leave it. All right, Ursula. Ursula does, she does fetch a penny. By penny, I mean, we'll put it up there, but I do believe it's above 50 cents for sure. I know that much. All right, let's take a look at the goods. We have a regular Maui. A Simba, super rare, and a foil Pluto. All right, we are down to our last 9. Okay. Olympus, Deladuck, I will find my way. Magic Broom, King Louie, Patch. Patch will leave in there. Pluto, Harset, Dewey. Most of the Dalmatians right now are fetching about 50 cents in the current meta. It's worth taking a look at, see exactly where we're at. All right, Bare Necessities, that's a decent one. Gustav, and a foil the Queen. Rock and Roll, Pluto, Kidda, Kakamora, Sirhis, Iago, Kidda, Wendy Darling, Sucking His Thumb, and Flint Heart Gold Lump. All right, into the goods. We are down to our last 7. After this, we have Simba. Lyle, decent card there. Still very relevant in the meta. And a foil Dalmatian puppy. Not bad. So, for anyone new into Lorcana, I can give you a heads up that basically the foil is where a lot of your recoup is on your value on these packs. So as you go through, bulk is always very nice to have for creating decks and play testing, things of that nature. But your foil cards tend to be they're the hardest to copy and counterfeit, and then B, they tend to be the most collectible. There are your your Robin Hoods like over here, but it really comes down to that. The foils, they really end up doing the best by you. So right off the rip, we got Prince Eric, and we're going in Kidda. So not bad, not fantastic, but and then a foil Raleigh. So back-to-back foil Dalmatians. Again, your foils, they're really where the value is. And when it comes to a collecting perspective, a lot of collectors have started to gravitate towards that's their main collection, is that they either want a master set or a play set of everything, but the real money is there in your foil cards. And to be clear, so when we say real money, we're not saying that, anything here isn't valuable, because it's a great game at the end of the day. And that's what it's all about. These videos are cool, but, more importantly, community and playing with your friends and family, that's what it's about. When you're just looking as a consumer, what makes the most sense, the foils, the legendaries, and if those don't hold value, your best bet is just to buy singles, to be quite honest with you. We got Pride Lands, Audrey, and a foil Baboom. Nice. That is a nice one. I myself, I'm a Steel Sapphire player. I have been for a long time. I primarily, though, play Steel Song, and I used to use Baboom a bit back in the day. So, nice to have a foil of that. All right. Right off the rib, we got the Boss. And Dalmatian Puppy. How far I'll go? That's a nice one right there. That is nice. I know it's over 50 cents. So it should be adding up. We should be somewhere in the ballpark of $40, $50, I believe. Maybe at that 60 mark. Starlight Vial. Chernobog. All right. Okay. Chernobog right now is hot in the current meta because of that Chernodog deck. Finally, he is in a spot where he can be played 2 or 3 times in a match because of just how great that Chernodog deck discards character after character after character to be able to drive down his cost. So right now, decent card. And we have a foil Jetsam. It'd be great to land a foil Chernobog, actually, right now. I'd prefer that over Kidda, so on and so forth. But hey, all these cards, they end up coming back around. All right. Get into this. Nutsy, Skippy, Iago, Boss's Order, the Bayou, Scoob, Scrooge McDuck. Beautiful card. Just not the most valuable card. So, let's take a look at our rares. We have Pluto. Oh, give it away. Driver Sensor and a foil Helga Sinclair. Foil Helga Sinclair. Not bad. Not bad. So we are down to our last 3 packs. Obviously an enchanted would be amazing here. Currently the most collectible enchanted from this set, as far as price goes, would be in Along Came Zeus. We'll post up a picture here. Then your Ursula, Deceiver of All, the Robin Hood, and then the morph. That morph is pretty awesome. So, little King Louis, Robin Hood, it's a decent one. Sorcerer's Tower. Yep, it's about it from that. We got just these 3, and then that's it. So, Wendy Darling, Moana, nothing to write terribly home about, but hey, last 2. Let's go. Let's hit an enchanted. Jafar would be great. Jafar right now is going for about $100. I think some of that's the hype around the upcoming Return of Jafar set. All right, Robin Hood again. Kakamora, Magic Broom, Louis, Simba, Jolly. All right. And what do we have here? We've got our LS Legacy. All right, Hydra, not bad. Not bad. And a foil Nottingham. All right, last pack here. We'll talk through this. So, thank you all for watching the Lorcana Afternoon channel. Give us a like, subscribe. We have a giveaway going on currently. And it's been great. This was one of the last sets that really had good pull rates, if I'm being completely transparent with everyone here. After this set, there was a whole lot of just the pull rates ended up like 3 to 4 legendaries per booster box, and it kind of went to the pits. Some really great sets, but nonetheless, Grammatella, Dalmatian Puppy, Raleigh, and then what ended up being is everyone, we'll keep it positive. All right. So let's finish strong. We got a morph. That's cool. Would have been great to have the enchanted morph. All right. We have a super rare, and it's going to be Alice. Come on. Last card, and a foil heal. What has been hurt? So, just a quick recap. We won't go through all of our common, uncommon. We would have captured all of that. Our rares got Pride Land, Simba, Gustav, Bare Necessities, Maui, Silver John, Bell's House, Lucky, Gyro, Sorcerer's Hat, Hades, Bernard, Stitch, Rafiki, Moana, Friend Like Me, Robin Hood, Maui's Fishhook, Ursula, Pyros, Treasure Guardian, Bosses on a Roll, Peter Pan, and Peter Pan. Then our super rares, we have Scrooge McDuck. He was in the starter deck for this set. Alice, Wendy Darling, Chernabog, he's a hitter. Lyle, he's decent as well. Simba, Madame Medusa, she used to be like a $5 card a while back. Genie, Piglet is so critical to hyper aggro. Sheriff Nottingham. Then when we look at some of our bangers, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 legendaries. Our Long Came Zeus, Hydra, Kidda, a foil Grammatella, which is pretty awesome. Lucky Dime, that used to be a $10 card. And, of course, Robin Hood, helping us save this box's value quite a bit right there. So and then our other foils with John Silver, Kick Cloud Kicker, Robin Hood. And the rest of our foils were pretty basic. So yeah, looking at the last that we had here, we had Maui, Helga Sinclair. It's about it. Raleigh, Dalmatian Puppy. Those two are both pretty good. And the Queen. And that's about it as far as our foils go. So yeah, thank you guys all very much for watching. If you've made it to the very end, give us a comment. Let us know what you think. And as always, have a fantastic Lorcana afternoon.